Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi said he supports Ukraine's territorial sovereignty and integrity. Modi directed the comments, spoken through a translator, to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on a highly anticipated trip to the Ukrainian capital. The Indian leader also expressed desire to broker peace between Russia and Ukraine. Modi said the only way of resolving problems is through dialogue and through diplomacy. I assure you that for all those efforts being made towards peace, India is ready to make its proactive contribution. Zelensky wrote on social media that Modi's comments are important as everyone in the world must respect the UN Charter. According to Indian authorities, Ukraine's peace formula discussed between Modi and Zelensky includes the withdrawal of Russian troops. Ukrainian and Indian officials billed the visit as a means of boosting the country's economic and diplomatic ties following a trip by Modi to Russia. Efforts to form a government in Belgium have stalled as the politician appointed to reach consensus on the coalition has resigned from the mandate. But De Wever led the Flemish National Party that won the most votes at the recent election and was tasked with forming a coalition. The Belgian royal palace confirmed on social media that King Philippe accepted De Wever's resignation on Thursday following a 19-minute discussion at the Palais Royal. Flemish media reports that before vacating the mandate, De Wever failed to find consensus among the five parties to agree to key Belgian policy planks, such as capital gains taxes. According to the royal statement, King Philippe will meet the party leaders to discuss other possible majorities. Belgium needs to form a government to file a federal budget to the European Commission by September 20. The country's longest period of running without an elected government was 592 days.
Could France's political crisis soon be resolved 6 weeks after the snap parliamentary elections? French President Emmanuel Macron welcomed this Friday morning at the Élysée Palace, which is where I'm standing, key leaders from different political parties to discuss naming a future government. The left-wing coalition, the New Popular Front, or the NFP, which won the most seats in the parliamentary elections but came short from achieving an absolute majority, opened the consultations on Friday morning. The NFP's candidate for Prime Minister, civil servant and economist Lucie Castet said that she's ready to build a coalition with other parties. However, she was quick to call out the president's temptations that still seems present to build his own government. Before the Olympics, Macron rejected her candidacy for premiership, which angered a couple of politicians from the left-wing faction. Later in the afternoon, the president also received his own centrist bloc, as well as the conservative right-wing, the Republican Right Party. And the latter's leader, Laurent Wauquiez, said that he would vote against any government if there are any ministers from the hard left France Unbowed or LFI party present. Far-right leaders such as Jordan Bardella and Marine Le Pen will be welcomed at the Élysée on Monday morning for these talks. A new prime minister will therefore not be appointed before at least next Tuesday, according to the Élysée Palace. Sofia Katzenkova reporting from Paris for Euronews.
The body of the last missing person from the super yacht that sunk off the coast of Sicily has been found in the wreckage, according to the Italian Coast Guard. A woman's body was detected on Friday. She has not yet been identified, but Hannah Lynch, the 18-year-old daughter of British tech magnate Mike Lynch, is reportedly missing. The Lynch family was aboard the British-flagged yacht, which went down in a storm early Monday. Civil protection officials said they believe the ship was struck by a tornado over the water, known as a waterspout, and sank quickly. Mike Lynch's body was recovered on Thursday. He had been celebrating his recent acquittal on fraud charges with his family and the people who had defended him at trial in the United States. His wife Angela Baccaris was among the 15 survivors.